this was kind of like a whole team thing. Honestly, I'm really disappointed in Draymond and Steph. They played horrible tonight. But besides that, bro, that third, us dropping a 17 point. Like, you know what pissed me off is that there was like 3 minutes left, right, and we still were up like 17. And then that 3 minutes, the lead just disappears. It dissipates, and it's like, why? Anyway, it is what it is, bro. We lost. I hope next game. I hope we come with better energy, bro.
Piss poor energy tonight, man. I was saying, win the quarter, you win the game. Win that third quarter, you win the game. They lose the third, and they blew it. 94 points tonight. That's fucking gross. Ugh, gross, gross effort, man. Absolutely gross effort. 33-13. Absolutely gross, man. Absolutely gross effort. And you know, um, you know who they needed tonight, though. You know who they needed tonight? They really needed Jonathan Kaminga tonight. Oh, they needed him tonight. That's who they needed tonight. Nasty effort. The first part of that fourth quarter, the like the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter or the third, I'm just watching them and I'm watching them and I'm like, are they are they really about to lose this quarter? Because they were up like 27-20 or something like that. And then I just watched them just go on this crazy run and they lost the third. And I was like, bro, all you had to do was just hold on. Just hold on and win the quarter. No, it was just stupid possession after stupid possession. It was just way too casual, man. Way too casual tonight.
Eric, is my mic good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's going on?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, so I've seen this coming for the past couple of games, whether it was the Memphis game that came down to
Mhm.
the wire, the Pelicans game, and obviously this game. And I was in Dre's playback last night, and before I think was Trey Murphy hit the big shot, I heard somebody on the stage saying, "Oh, it's fine, we still won." And I was like, "This is the energy that cost us games," because there's a saying that I hear Shannon Sharp says a lot. Don't accept in a win you wouldn't in a loss. And there's a lot of things that the team has been doing that we're just sweeping, well, not us, but they are just sweeping under the rugs, whether it's the turnovers by the main players
Mhm.
or the horrible free throw shooting that continues to happen. And it's like it's not getting better. And then every game the performance of the players is just getting worse and worse and worse. Because last night, the game that we played last night and tonight, even though even when the starters came in and we had the lead, they were getting outplayed by lesser players,
So
which
you think
makes
it's a
no
free throw
sense.
shooting why they lost? Like Loon
No,
went
no,
0
no, no. I'm
2,
not. I'm
Kyle
no.
went
I'm
0
not blaming
1,
the free
Wiggs
throw
went 4
shooting.
5, Draymond went 1 or 2. I don't really think it's the free
Oh,
throws
trust me.
tonight, man.
I think we were way past the point where free throws were going to
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
at
yeah.
that particular point.
No, no,
Like,
no,
come
no.
on
It's
now.
no. I'm not saying free throw shooting is a problem. I'm just saying
Bro, if you look at
there's
this
a.
box score, if you look at this box score, it doesn't make any sense why they lost. It don't make any sense why they lost. First of
Bro,
all,
we were up 17.
yeah, bro.
Everybody played like shit. That's what it
We
was.
did, we did.
Sonny, you don't gotta raise your hand, bro. Come on, man.
What's up, bro? Hey, yo, where the? Hold on. Sorry. I'm about to fucking lash out. It's my first time joining the spaces, man. Get where the fuck is Jim Park? Jim Park, I see you down here. Don't call him up yet, cause I'm not trying to be interrupted. But man, take your fucking cape off, dude. I'm the biggest Steph fan on the fucking app too. Like, take your fucking cape off, my man. We just watched the man dribble into fucking four people in transition. One of them being a 7'4" alien with like 8-foot arms, by the way, and turn the fucking ball over while dribbling, not off the fucking ball, none of that shit, man. Come on, take the fucking cape off. Steph has been dog shit today. There's no other way around it. Been fucking dog shit. He was doing the dumb shit last night too, just throwing the cross court passes, full court passes for turnovers. They almost lost that fucking game. Anyways, that's my spiel on Jim Park. You need to take the fucking cape off, my man. It's getting fucking ridiculous. Anyways, the reason they really fucking lost the game, and I've been saying it all years, y'all been seeing my tweets. They don't have a fucking number two. We've been knowing it. I know Wiggins. I know Shadow. Wiggins, your guy. I love Wiggins as well. He's been balling, man. I can't even hate. He's been balling. I've been saying it all year. He's been fucking balling. He's been great. On a true contender, though, at the age of this team and how old these guys are. Even Wiggs is getting up there, and Steph and Draymond. They need a real young, athletic number two. They can't expect Wiggins to be balling out for 82, Steph to be the only fucking creator on the team, creating all the fucking offense for 82 games at 36 years old. They can't do it. Pods, don't even fucking get me started on that fucking Q-tip headed motherfucker. I swear to God, if he's not off this team within the next 20 games, I might fucking go to chase myself from San Jose. This shit is pissing me off. This guy telling me, hey, he's not a point guard. He's not. What fucking position is he? Because he can't shoot. He can't make layups. He can't even take layups. He'll get in the paint, pump fake 4 times, and then throw it back out, and then go stand in the corner. Watch the possession. I tweeted earlier. Watch the possession at the last 2 possessions at the end of that third quarter, where he's standing in the corner and Buddy Hield's up top, running point guard, trying to run a pick and roll with TJD or I forgot who it was, and turning the fucking ball over. It was the same shit last night when Buddy's trying to run pick and roll, dribbling way too fucking entirely much because Pods does nothing on the fucking floor. All right, they need to package him. They need to package some of these guys, man, and go get somebody because this is fucking ridiculous. I'm tired of watching it. I know the start is great. They're number 1, number 2 in the West, but be fucking for real, man. This is not a championship roster right now. It's just fucking not. 12, 13 deep does not work. It can work in the regular season for stretch. That shit do not work, as has been evident in these last few stretches. The bench has been trash. Bench has been trash. DeAnthony Melton was literally the fucking glue to this entire thing. He's gone for the year. None of this shit happens if DeAnthony's not hurt, by the way. He's running backup point. None of this shit happens. But he's fucking gone for the year, so you got to make a fucking move. Anyway, that's my spiel. Jim Park, take the fucking cape off, man. That shit pissing me the fuck off.
Icon.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk now. Icon, get off my dick. You're not on my level. You're the same guy that told me that. Oh, who do you think OG Anunoby is when we were trying to trade for the motherfucker with Kaminga included? Get the fuck out of here. You are not on my fucking level, kid. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you don't know what the fuck you're watching. Now I want to talk to Urkel. Urkel, we've been having some conversations, right? What did I freaking tell you about this damn freaking Spurs game? What would happen if they ran the motion to the ground? Nobody is in rhythm. Nobody has takeover energy because nobody. You're running the motion. It's all random shit, okay? And Steph is not in rhythm. What do I always say? You got to
Jim,
balance out the offense.
Jim,
Steph's got to get the ball,
Jim, hold
and
on,
he's got to play with the
Jim,
ball at some point
Jim,
throughout the course of the game instead
Jim.
of playing him
17
like,
points.
hold on.
Jim,
Instead
hold
of
on.
using him like JJ
17 points, 21 points, 33-33. That's what they gave up in the second half. That's what they gave up in the second half. 33-33. I've been telling you, like, this defense, I've been watching it. It's stupid. It's dumb what's going on right now.
Dude, they held the Spurs to 104 points. They should have won this fucking game, right?
Hey,
Yes or no? They
Jim,
held them to what? How many
They
points?
gave up
38 points in the
33 and
first half.
33
The
points,
game
man.
should
Come
have
on,
been
dog.
over.
hold
The
on,
game should have been over.
Urkel.
How do you guys not see? You guys don't remember when they were mixing the offense up. Steph Curry was more involved throughout the course of the game, and then he's just completely take over energy, and the other team can't do anything to stop him. Right? But what's been happening since the Grizzlies game, essentially, that's when I saw the shift happen. The Mavs game, he went ham, right? He went crazy. If he doesn't do that, they lose that fucking game, don't they? Right? And then now since the Memphis Grizzlies game, I noticed that lackadaisical thing. The first quarter, I noticed he played 11 minutes. We don't see him play 11 minutes very often in a quarter, right? Well, he took two shots in that quarter. Now, they did end up winning that game, but after that, and then after that game, they started to show signs, okay? They started to show signs of just trouble looming. The next game was against the Clippers, took no advantage of Zubats in the high pick and roll, all right? Basically none at all until late in the third quarter. Too fucking late against a team that's playing great defense on you, knows exactly how to stop the motion offense. Every elite defensive team knows how to shut that shit down, right? I'm not even that mad tonight because I fucking expected it. I was calling it. I was saying, hey, we just got a blueprint in the first 10 games on how the Warriors can dominate the season. And then Steve Kerr said, actually, this is not really my offense. And we're in a good position now. So we're just going to go back to what we've been doing all these years, playing garbage offense. Steph Curry's not in rhythm anymore. And you're risking losing games to bottom feeding, mediocre, garbage teams. The Pelicans missing half their roster. They damn near lost that game. How is that not a red flag? That should be a red flag. If that game is going down to the wire in the front end of a back-to-back and the Warriors can't take care of, how do you call that an elite team? When the Warriors are playing elite basketball, I will tell you, in the first 10 games, Urkel, you saw me, right? I'm talking about Steve Kerr should be coach of the fucking year and shit, okay? When the guy does the right things, I give him full fucking credit. But as soon as this shit reverts to some other bullshit, I know it right away. I see the signs. All right.
Hey,
When you see the signs, you have to pay attention to it. You can't just be like, well, they won the game, so it doesn't matter. No. Even the
hey,
Hawks, man. Even the Hawks game,
Urkel.
right? They had a
You
31
want
point
to
lead. That shit dwindled down to 13. True dominant teams don't do that. These things don't happen. The kids are not good in the motion offense. What part of that can you guys not see? They need the ball in their hands, and you have to be able to adjust and simplify for them. And they were doing these things when it was stats based offense. It's not. This is not stats based offense. They went straight back to Steve Kerr offense, and it's like Steve Kerr's allergic to greatness. He doesn't want to be great. And now they almost lost the game to one of the
Uh,
worst teams in the league last night,
holy
and they just lost. And they just blew a 17 fucking point lead to the Spurs and lost the game that they had no business losing in. Are you serious about being a true contender and being dominant this season or not? Because there are teams trailing the Warriors really fucking close. They're really fucking close. The Warriors are, even though they started off amazingly 12-3, a team is a half game back, another team is one game back. These teams are not far off, and the Warriors can fall off really fucking quick if they don't fix the fuck up in terms of what they're doing on offense. They need to go back to mixing it up, getting Steph Curry more involved throughout the course of the day, and give him like 2 minute segments where he's on the ball and dictating how he's going to attack somebody. All right. If you don't take advantage of him and his domination of switches, pick and rolls, all these different actions that makes the game easy for not only his teammates, but also for himself. He gets the center out to the 3 point line. It destroys the other team's defensive structure, and it makes the game comically easy for the Warriors, and the other team will not get this kind of momentum back to create a comeback. And then the Warriors, they don't have anybody to go to because they've been playing this fucking motion offense all game. Even last night, you saw it too. Steph wasn't there. He wasn't good enough, and they just got away with it. Okay, they
All
barely
right,
got away with that win.
all right. Hold on. All right, I let you fucking speak. Hold on, this shit's crazy. I let you speak. I didn't interrupt. Let me fucking don't interrupt me. All right. The
I
fact
don't
that
want to fucking talk to you, dude. I just told you you're not on my
Bruh,
fucking
let that
level.
nigga
I'm not
talk,
gonna
bro. I
let
need
you
to hear
fucking
what he
come
gotta
up
say.
here and
go in the
shit
middle.
talk to me, talking
Go in
about
the middle. Go
caping.
in the
I'm just
middle.
fucking telling you the truth,
Go in
and
the
you
middle,
just
Merkel.
can't fucking deal with it.
Jim Park. Jim Park.
I don't want to hear
Everybody
from
knows
somebody
fucking
criticizing me
hey, fuck
when
up.
this motherfucker
Fuck
talking
up.
about, oh,
The
who do
fuck
you
up.
think OG is? Well, you don't know who the fuck OG is, man.
Nigga, you
Dummy.
were
Give me a
dumbass.
Hey,
fucking
we
break.
big
I'm
we
not
we
trying to
Merkel,
big
have
you
some
were
boys, man.
conversation
Y'all
with
boys,
you.
y'all boys duke it out, man. We big boys, man. Just hear
yo,
what he
hey,
got to
yeah,
say,
you can
man.
send the
Duke it
Addy,
out.
Jim Park, because I know you're not seeing me.
Nah,
Anyways,
man,
let
just
me
chill,
talk. Let me get
just
my
chill,
shit off.
just chill,
Let me get my
just
shit off.
chill.
Oh, wow.
Merkel, let me get
Wow.
my shit
I'm
off. Jim
petrified,
Park.
Icon.
Hey, Jim
Oh
Park, real
my
quick.
God. I'm so fucking
I'm not
scared.
talking.
I'm
Jim
Keep it
Park.
shaking in
sports.
my
I'm not.
fucking
Keep it
boots,
sports, y'all boys.
Jim,
dumbass.
Keep it sports.
yeah.
Keep it sports.
Anyways,
So
hey,
so a Warriors
You
loss
are
makes
not
this
on my
happen.
real quick,
fucking
real
level.
quick. All right, you gonna keep talking? Or you gonna let me say something? All right, cool. Uh, this man just said. This man just said the way the other players get better is by having Steph on ball. The whole fucking it, how stupid can you be to not know they use his gravity so the other players get better? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyways,
Oh, I
You
gotta
have
spell
not.
that
You
out
have
for you?
not
Jesus
played.
fucking
You have
Christ,
not
man.
played. You
Jesus
have not
fucking
played.
Christ.
You have not played basketball at any level. You've never coached basketball at any level. You're questioning my basketball. I know more about basketball than you could fucking dream of, kid.
My
Then
nigga,
why
I
are
don't
you
give
so
a
God,
fuck
fucking
arguing
dumb?
who knows
Why did
Jim
you say?
basketball
Park,
Why
for.
did you
Talk
say
about the
Jim
who the
game.
Park.
fuck is OG?
People
Who do you
on
Talk
think
this.
about the
OG?
game.
Why
I
did
don't
you
People
care
say
who
on
that?
knows.
this app.
Why the
People
fuck did
on
you
this
say? If you
app.
know so much more about basketball than me, then why the fuck did you tell me who the fuck do you think OG Anunoby is? And then called me the dumbass for wanting to trade for him. What the fuck are you talking about? Explain that to me,
You're
please.
you're the same guy that thinks
Oh, see, you're not
because
answering the fucking question, are you? You're just interested in personal
Can we talk
fucking
about the
attacks
game?
let
instead of
me
fucking answering the actual basketball fucking
let,
question.
let me know
Get
when you're done.
fucking owned. Get fucking owned, Icon.
Jim Park.
You got fucking nothing on me. Shut the
You know
fuck up. Shut
you know
the fuck
everybody.
up.
Everybody with a brain on this app thinks you're fucking crazy and you need to be on meds. Like you realize that, right? I'm not like you could. Everybody thinks you're fucking crazy on this app, by the way, because you be sucking Steph off every fucking day.
All
Can't
right,
hold
man.
him accountable
Hey,
ever.
dog. Hey,
Can't hold him accountable ever. Like get
See,
a
you don't
fucking life,
fucking
kid.
know me. I hold the motherfucker accountable all the time. I literally said that this is partly his fault for going with his dumbass plan where he is forcing other guys to be better than they need to be because he refuses to be the number one option that he's supposed to be. So get the fuck out
Then
of here. Once
so then
Bro,
again,
he's
what
you don't know
so then
what the
what
36,
fuck
bro.
you're talking about.
so then what
He's
You're
do you
talking
got?
out of your
36.
fucking
What do you
asshole. Shut
then
the
why
fuck
you
up.
got
If you want to talk basketball to the room. Stop fucking talking to me. Fucking
Park
dumbass.
Park? You could send the Addy. We could get it, nigga. Like that's all I gotta say.
Man, just keep it sports,
You
man.
a
Just keep
bitch.
it
Shut
sports,
up.
man.
all right.
Keep it
No,
So,
sports.
I don't
anyways,
usually do this
the
shit.
run
I
I don't
told
game.
usually
you.
do
I
Wait,
this
told
am
you.
I
See,
on
he
the
can't
wrong
fucking
group
talk
I'm
or
talking
basketball.
about
Pause.
He
basketball.
can't
I'm
fucking talk
argument.
basketball. Now he
what,
wants to be
guys?
tough guy.
There's
No
no
more
more
Now he wants to be
basketball
Hold
fucking
talk
on,
tough
let's
anymore?
get
guy.
to the argument,
nigga,
Get the fuck out of here.
everyone on this app thinks you're fucking
bro. We
crazy.
don't care. How about the arguments over with?
Shut
Y'all got
the
your
fuck up.
ones. Let's talk about basketball. God damn. First and foremost, the game really pissed a nigga off. I know it because we really weren't supposed to win the first game, so I figured. But we came out starting out actually well this game. So, but I didn't like the lack of aggression from Steph. But Wiggs had it going. We was really balling. But in that last little stretch from that little towards the end the third quarter to the fourth. The bench was on bullshit. And the next thing you know, Steph's not in fucking rhythm because he wasn't in rhythm all game. And we was playing, and then all its momentum happens, and then threes, and then those weak ass threes the Spurs was taking all the games they kept missing. It just happened to start hitting them bitches at the end. Very timely and very unfortunate. And then now we got to play catch up in a short amount of time. The shit was a fucking disaster, and the shit was annoying because it was a winnable game compared to yesterday when we probably shouldn't have ever won that game, and we still won that fucking game. So it just got switched, bros. We should have won both fucking games. These teams are trash, and the shit's so fucking annoying. We do not need to be dropping games against weak teams. Our schedule doesn't
But
get easier.
What?
Dante, let
Hold
me
up,
ask
hold
you a
up, hold up,
question
hold up.
though.
Dante. These two games, I looked at the schedule and I was afraid of these games, bro. Do you know why? Because that's what they
I
do.
know.
They
Back to
lose to
back, and
bad
they
teams. You know
get
what I'm
Bro,
saying?
they
it's
lightning
three
us.
Like,
games
bro,
in 4 nights.
when we
You
were up
guys gotta
12,
acknowledge
right?
that at some point, man.
Bro, when
I
we were
don't
up
give a fuck if
17,
it's an excuse.
bro, when we were up 17, I was not comfortable at all. Not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because then
That
I'm
17
watching,
point lead looks so fucking fake to me,
bro,
honestly.
then I was
Because
watching the missed
it all
rotations.
went downhill, by the way. It all went downhill
Yeah.
when Looney got called for that moving screen. It all went downhill from there. And then, like, the Spurs scored, like, 6 points on, like, 30 seconds or some shit. That's when I
Yeah.
knew,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
and
this
the
is
weak
this is
ass
gonna get off the
three missed
rails.
calls they
Hey,
did. They
Herb.
did two missed calls actually, and then a one bad call, that take foul. That
Herb,
shit was
you
so. Oh
realize
my
though,
god, that shit
this
was
That
is
crazy.
that
what
well, the take foul that honestly was kind of bullshit, but whatever.
It's
It
the
is what
missed
it
calls
is.
before that. The fact that they didn't call, I believe it was a missed call on a foul or something. It was two missed
That happened
calls.
in the fourth. I'm
They
talking about
said,
Dante,
the
bro,
third. That's when it all went downhill.
yeah, the
Dante,
game just pissed me off
this
altogether.
is
I
this
seen
is
it.
what
I seen
this is
like
what
writing on the
game
wall. I'm like, don't give up this lead. Don't give up this lead
this is
for
like
what the fuck they did.
game 3 in like 4 nights, isn't it? So
I
like
told you,
they
Bruce. Like
just
3 games in 4 nights is no
I
joke.
know
Like I
I
don't
know
give a
it's a
fuck
lot of
if people
games, but
tell
I'm
me
yeah,
still
that's an
but like
excuse or not.
no, listen, man. I'm different from y'all, so I'm not gonna overreact, man. These boys is just due for a game. You up 17? It look like you got a month session going on, and you blow the game. I mean, I'm not gonna overreact and fight nobody and send no addy. You feel me?
Bruce, like
no. We need to be winning
Hey,
every
my fault.
game
you
if
Hey,
we're gonna
already
my
be
hey
know
top.
hey
from the get
hey, real
go.
quick. My apologies, bro. That shit got me out of character. I'm sorry to everybody else.
Urkel, can I say something real quick?
Just don't cry, Glorious. Go
No,
ahead,
I'm
G.
not crying.
No
I already
fucking
Just
cried,
don't
crying either,
bro.
cry.
bro.
I'm not gonna
Firm up. Shit.
like.
Of course not.
No, bro,
Who's
I
crying?
didn't. I
What
didn't
the
come,
hell?
bro. Let me get my shit off. That was coming. I came here to say, you know what I hate about this fan base the fucking most is that when we have a loss like this, niggas are talking like we're about to lose a chip. What do you mean Andrew Wiggins can't fucking create? He can create. We're not gonna blame Andrew Wiggins for this shit when it was fucking Steph, Draymond. You know what? It's not even
Who?
them.
Nobody.
It was the
Nobody
whole.
blamed
It was the
Andrew. Who the
whole
fuck blamed Andrew?
entire fucking team,
Hold on,
right?
let
Wiggins
me
was
We're
get
not
fucking
gonna
hold on,
amazing,
blame
gang.
bro.
not
Y'all
niggas
Wiggins
stepping
not
over each
was
not
other,
winning the
man.
amazing to
chip
start
when
this
it was
game.
the whole entire team.
Y'all
It was
stepping over each other, man. Let him
it was
cook.
your Stephs, it was your Draymonds, it was everybody who was on the court because everybody played collectively ass. There is no way we beat them in everything tonight. Everything. There's no way you lose this game. We beat them in everything and we lost. I don't want to
The only
hear
thing,
this.
well,
Oh, you know, this
the
is a
only thing you didn't
this
beat
is a
them in
this is a
is field
team
goal
playing ass.
percentage.
This is on Steve Kerr. This is on Stephen Curry. This is on Draymond Green. This is down to the fifth nigga on that bench. Whoever played in this game tonight, that's the reason why we fucking lost. So this is not on everybody, bro. It happened. Live, bro. Please, God,
Well,
man.
to
But oh no,
well to be
we should
fair,
try pick and roll and the motion offense don't work. When it works, it works. And sometimes it doesn't.
Glorious,
That is
glorious,
that is
glorious. That's
life.
a good
That is
glorious,
life.
glorious. That's a
My
good point.
God, man.
That's a good point. When it works, it works, and
I
we
saw
saw that
Steph
tonight.
dribble into four niggas. Like
The motion
Yeah,
people
that
offense
was
was
a
not
bad
works.
chasing
play.
that shit. And when they tried to
That was a
run it,
bad
he
play.
got fucking doubled. It does not matter, dog. Niggas just played shit. It doesn't matter. Nobody was saving this shit. Niggas just played ass. Like it just woke up out of bed and they went to play basketball. That's what it was like. God damn.
Only thing I
well,
say is,
like you guys got.
hold up, y'all boys. Before you get that point off, Rose, what I would say is this, right? The Warriors won a chip in 2022. They started off the season similar. Manu dropped the stat, right, where 21-22 Warriors' fourth loss of the season was to the Spurs as well. I'm not going to go down this whole soliloquy and say they need a second option because when the Warriors are winning games, we ain't hearing nothing about an option. We only hearing about an option when the team is losing, right? So having said that, every single time they've started this particular way as it relates to, win loss column, they've at least went to the finals. So again, y'all could get the trade machines going. I'm not really that type of dude. Shout out to y'all boys. I see what y'all talking about, but I don't think y'all need to overreact. This is like a
This
big
is
boy
not an
sport.
overreaction, though, Bruce. There's two
Hey,
straight
Sonny.
games of garbage against two
But
mediocre
here's what I'm
teams.
saying.
Hold on. Sonny,
What's up?
did you think we would have had this type of start? Just
Nah,
let's
I'll
just
keep
zoom
it
out.
real. All emotions aside, every loss gets everybody up in arms. I
Yeah.
didn't think they kind of start. They're playing great basketball, but I can look past the 82. Like you get into a series, man. You're not relying on Lindy Waters. You're not
Yeah.
relying on Buddy Hield. We see Buddy Hield already falling off. He lost Barnes on that cut right there at the end of the game. One of the most Steph was pissed. Draymond fouled out on that play. We see this shit. You can run this
Yeah, but you
12 man.
can't mention Barnes. For Barnes, when he played the Warriors, that's his finals revenge. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Right.
you can't
Yeah,
even
but
really mention him.
no, I see. I didn't see this start. They're playing great basketball. Every win matters, right? 'Cause for just the placement in the playoffs, I get that.
Yeah.
But I can look past this facade of like I know enough basketball to know this is not playoff sustainable basketball. We're seeing it already. You need somebody to take the load off your 36-year-old point guard. He can't. Wiggins is balling, but you can't just rely on Wiggins and Steph to create everything. You just can't do that shit in a playoff series. You cannot do that.
Mm.
That's all I gotta
Facts.
say,
Well, then
man.
how the
Like,
hell did they win the last playoff series then? All those times then, who was the
what's
second
up?
option on those times?
Nigga.
It was
Oh, hold on,
was it
hold on. Are you
But
talking
was
we
about
it
the
had
22
Poole and
ring?
Clay too,
I know
though.
you're
That's
not talking
why.
about the 22 ring because we had another shot
uh,
creator
We
that
had
was
Who?
two other
averaging
No, no,
shooting
30
no,
in the
guards.
no, no,
first
no,
half.
no. Who
Hold
was
on,
the
hold on, hold on, hold on.
definitive second option on that team? I don't want to hear multiple names. Give me
Wiggins
the
was the second
Nigga,
option
definitive
in
but
the
one.
we had a different
He was the
roster where
second
we had a
option in the
nigga that could
it's
get
finals.
a
buckets at
different
will.
roster,
Nigga, we had Poole.
bro.
What are you talking about?
It's a whole different roster makeup.
Like, what the hell is you talking about?
Wiggins was the second option in the
Look,
finals.
I'm
Gentlemen,
gonna
Not the first
gentlemen,
So
round.
all this
gentlemen.
shit about second
So
option, like, come on, give me at
Nigga,
least
we need
some
a nigga to get
My
creative
buckets. The
work.
game's
goodness.
about getting a bucket.
Well, we had other guys that could create, though. Not like
Thank
yeah,
you.
it
It's
they didn't
about
wasn't
have
it
a
getting a
second
wasn't
option.
just
bucket.
They had
Wiggins and
guys that could
Steph.
create, bro. Let's not act like we didn't just have guys that wasn't
Is
creating
are
anything.
niggas really talking about getting a bucket? Are we dead
Nigga,
Nah,
stop playing with
ass?
me. Stop
Are
playing
we
with me.
dead
The
ass?
getting
game,
stuck.
nigga, we need
We
somebody that can
so
get a
what?
bucket
We
at will.
lost that
Don't
game
do that.
because we simply couldn't get a bucket. Are we dead ass,
Hold
bro?
on.
I mean,
So Um, I understand the second shot creator stuff, but somebody said a young shot creator. I mean,
Nah, Urkel. Nah, that's not
Yeah, that
what
was
I
Good
funny, Urkel.
fucking
Now that was
god,
funny.
man.
yeah.
getting stuck on semantics. I was talking about not a second shot creator, somebody that can dribble the fucking ball. First of all,
Uh-huh.
hit the rim. We had Jordan Poole in that 22 year. Y'all can say whatever you want about Jordan Poole. Nobody was able to penetrate the paint. Jordan Poole was for that team.
Yeah,
We all
I
year
agree.
long. We need somebody that can put pressure on the interior of the defense, get guys sucked in. Pause.
Yeah, that way.
Out
Hey,
the shooter. That's
hey.
work. You see it. You see how the defense been struggling for the Warriors when they're over helping, right? Guys penetrating the paint,
Mm-hmm.
guys in over helping, kick out threes to open threes. We see it every night, man. I don't know how people are confused about this shit. It's
So you
not.
don't like JK?
Hey, Icon.
What's up?
You don't like
JK didn't
JK?
even play tonight, by the way. You think
I
he wouldn't
like
have helped
JK.
tonight?
I, I like JK, but I think in his fourth year he should be way further along than he's been, and you can chalk that up to Steve Kerr and all that shit. I don't care why. He's just every one play he makes he to make another play.
Hey, yo, Earth.
That's
Yeah.
you can.
Hey, Bruce. Bruce, before you go ahead, let me ask Icon a
What
question.
up?
What's
What's
going
up?
on, brother? Hey, quick question for you. How much do you think it was more of an indictment? Was it more an indictment on the system and how things are run, or the fact that they played 3 games in 4 nights?
I think
Which
I
one you
think
say?
I tweeted it earlier, but I said this is a third. Being unemotional, I put out a tweet. Being unemotional, this is a third game in 4 nights. Like you can expect a stinker from your 36-year-old point guard. You can see it all night from the tip. Their legs weren't there. Draymond's legs
Yeah.
wasn't there.
But they
Mhm.
look
What?
sluggish
We posted
from
32
the
and
first
3,
game.
and the people on the call even said we didn't look tired after our back to back. Like I can't. I'm sorry, but I know it's a game is weighed on, but I'm sorry. We supposed to win that
You
game.
know the only
We supposed to
You
thing,
start
you
getting
Earth,
didn't you
juiced.
Earth,
didn't think they
Earth.
looked tired? Are you
You know the
I
only
serious
know.
right
thing.
I,
now?
You know the only
They
thing
weren't
I don't
tired when we
understand.
they weren't tired when
they
we was
look
up
tired the
You know the
17.
only
entire
They
thing
was
way.
I don't
tired at 10.
You
understand. This is
just
my.
asked me
This
a
is
question.
this is my.
Just ask
Let me
me
get a
a question.
point off real quick, right? The only thing
Yeah.
I'm trying to gas, like I'm trying to grasp that, like when the Warriors win, like I see people like beating their chest, talking crazy, and then when they lose, we start hearing about second options and stuff like that. Jokic is considered the best player in the world. His team don't even look half as good as the Warriors, right? The Nuggets have a definitive roster. Jamal Murray and Jokic were deemed the best duo in the NBA just a few months ago, right? They got Michael Porter Jr. playing well, and Jokic is on par to win the MVP. And y'all are doing more crying than Nugget fans. So like, I'm just trying to gauge. Like, I can't grasp that, and wrap my head around it. It's just like you can't just go out there and win 12 games and just be trash or just be in
Bro,
desperate
nobody's
need.
saying trash. We
Hold a
just not
Nah,
second,
no.
bad,
bro.
bro.
Look, y'all don't got to
That,
speak for me,
dude.
dog. You ain't got to speak for me. I'm just going off of listening to y'all and my perspective. It sounds as that's kind of how y'all complaining, bro. Like,
So you
Nah.
saying that we need to go the whole season without trying to get a second option? Is that what you're saying?
hear me out, coach. Again, me and you are two different people. If you're talking about making the Warriors better, I'm always for it. But if you're talking about overreacting after a loss, like this team hasn't been top five in net rating, top five in offense, top five in defense. Like they're doing this without another big name. So I'm just saying, like, I can't. Melton only played 6 games. He only started two, right? So Melton is done for the season. Everybody is like, yo, the sky's falling down. I'm just saying that right there, I don't fathom it the same way that y'all do. But I'm all for the Warriors being better, but I just personally feel a lot of y'all overreacting. That's how I personally
Wait,
feel.
real quick,
I,
real quick.
I,
Well,
Who is that?
honestly,
Who is
like the
that
second
speaking?
option thing is like just too late now. I
Yeah,
believe.
no. Who is
I think
that
it's too
speaking?
late.
I
This
don't remember.
Bruce, dog.
That
This
was
Bruce,
Bruce
man.
that was talking, by the
Bruce,
way.
which one is that?
What?
Oh, Bruce, I see you. I see
Hmm?
you down there. Nah, that's it. You're making some good points, bro. I'm just what the question that he asked me was like, was it the system, whatever, third thing in third game in 4 nights. All I'm saying is thinking of a playoff. Like, look at the last what you could just look at the last 4, 5 championship teams. Did any of them have just one guy that can get to the paint? Two guys that can get to the paint? They got look at every single way you go down the roster. That's how basketball is pretty simple, man. Just And I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence or anything, but I'm just saying everyone knows basketball is pretty
The
simple.
Celtics have more guys that can get to the rack against the Warriors, and the Warriors beat them in six. And they
My
really
nigga,
supposed
we
to
had
beat them in
Jordan. Hold on,
five.
hold on. We
Hold
had
up,
Steph
stop it,
Curry.
We had
stop it,
Jordan,
stop it. You don't got to
Don't
tell
do that.
me we
Don't do
had
that.
Jordan
brother,
Poole. Like I was there for it. I wasn't in the coma.
brother.
Like
Steph,
Jordan
Steph
Poole
went
literally
nuclear,
got traded a few months after. So
Steph went nuclear, bro.
You got
the
traded a whole
Boston
year after
Celtics.
because the bro.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, and Marcus Smart got traded the whole year after because yeah, bro, the Celtics had a better team. They had a better roster, right? And
And
they
we had
had
the
more
best player
people.
on the floor. That's what we want.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything because
What?
you see,
God.
y'all making a point, and then y'all don't even realize y'all going against the point that y'all making. I know who the best player
We
is.
not, but we gonna listen though real quick.
The Warriors had the best player against the Lakers, and the Warriors still got walked down. So what are y'all really trying to say right now? Like y'all just it sounds like you were just
Bro,
arguing.
okay, hold on. Let me break it down because I don't think you getting your stuff correct. First and foremost, when we went against the Celtics, we were a top two defensive team, maybe might be top one, I think.
The
And defense, we
Celtics
were
had the
close, neck
best
and neck.
defense
No,
since
hold
the
on. Let me
'04
break it down.
Pistons.
Let
The
me break it down.
Celtics had the
Because
best
first and foremost,
defense
let me just break it
since the
down. Let me talk.
'04
Because first and
Pistons.
foremost, we were really nailing close. The reason why we had beat them in the six games because Steph Curry was playing like the best player in the world. Again, but it wasn't like the teams were far much in a difference. The reason why we lost in 2023 because it was a different makeup of a team, a different dynamic. It was a lot of other stuff behind the scenes going on with the team, as well as nigga, they got two at the time they had two top 10 players on their roster. And guess what? We still only lost because of Lonnie fucking Walker decided to have the game of his life in a game four with the and Clay
I
Thompson
don't know
shit the
what
bed.
you talking
Clay didn't
about,
shit
bro.
the bed. Clay didn't shit the bed. And
Hold on. What are we talking about here? What's the point of what we're
Yeah, I
talking
have
about?
no clue. So segue out because I don't know what he's talking about.
Who was the one that started it
You know
then?
what? You know what I hate. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Who was the one that started that conversation then?
Bruce brought up the 2022 year when we
Bro, I
say
just
saying like, oh,
said
we didn't
y'all
have that, and
overreacting.
also
That's just my
and brought up the
perspective.
Celtics. That's why I
Herb, you
addressed
could
that.
segue. You
All
could
right, hey
Well,
segue.
Dante,
Bruce,
real quick,
have you
I
Dante.
not been in
honestly,
Warriors Twitter
I
before?
have
Like,
to
this
Yeah,
is
agree,
what happens
bro.
when the Warriors lose every single game. This is what
let me
happens.
let me talk to Dante,
I have to
bro. Let
agree,
me talk
bro.
to Dante. You think this is a looking into four playoff series where you might have to play, let's just say fucking uh,
Lakers, Thunder, and
Memphis, fucking Minnesota, whoever else you want to, Thunder, and then going on to play the Celtics probably in the final. Do you think this is a team made up to win five of those series?
what was the five teams? Name all the
Four
five.
of those series, you mean?
Do,
Just give me the teams again. I gotta hear the
is
teams.
this a team that gets through Minnesota?
Yes,
Okay, is this a team that gets through the Lakers?
Yes.
Okay, is
that's
this
a
the team
tough one.
that is it? Remember, this is all consecutive, right? This is all no, no,
Matchup,
no.
man. It's not
No,
about.
no,
I
no.
think we're a better
Talk
team.
to him.
It's just
Let me talk
matchup.
to him. Let me talk to him. Let
I'm
me
listening.
talk to him. This is all consecutive, right? So they get through Minnesota, then
Okay.
they get through OKC. Say, or we'll just say they play OKC in the Western Conference Final. Who would they play before that? Let's just say Lakers, right? Get through the Lakers, then they got to go beat OKC. They beat OKC, then they go to the finals, beat the Celtics. Probably Celtics coming out the East. You think this is a team made to win that many series in a row with this
Yes.
roster?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't
I
I don't
believe so.
fear none of those series except
I'm
Okay.
not saying fear
I
them,
believe
bro. I'm
no.
just saying.
Listen, Icon, I'm not trying to attack you, bro. I'm just saying this. When I study my team going against the other teams in a 7 game series, it's about the matchups and the matchup of who we face more so than if can beat a team. Because I feel like this. Some people say, "Oh,
Absolutely.
we can't beat OKC." I think no, we will beat OKC because I think
So
we
you
have
don't
the
think we can
actual
beat
players to match
Minnesota
up.
in a series, Sonny? Hold on.
That's not what I.
But
That's not
Lakers
what I'm saying.
though,
All right.
that's a
I
All right.
tough
think
All
one.
right. All right. All right. Hold on. The
I'll
teams
answer.
out west, right? What's a
I'll
team
answer.
out west that you think we can't beat?
I
Which team can wait? Are you saying which team they cannot defeat, like
I'll tell you what team
definitively?
Yeah.
niggas will give us
So
problems.
so if
Go
we're
ahead,
in a
bro.
playoff series, what team do you think we can't beat, Sonny?
brother, that's not my question. That's not.
Okay.
I think we can
He's
beat
saying, can we
any
get
team
through it
in a
and win it
series.
all with this
I
roster?
don't think we can do four straight series of that with this roster.
Uh,
We can beat any team, but we cannot beat this team, then the next team, then the next team, and then the Celtics. That shit is not happening with this roster.
I agree.
That's
That's
the
why we
point I'm
need
Why
to
making.
keep
not?
getting
Why
Lori.
not?
That's why
Wait,
we should
wait.
we're
be
No,
gonna
no,
we
see,
could
no.
won't
we
we?
could do
All
it the
I
way
right.
the
no.
first.
I want to know why.
This is like the
Why?
2014.
No. I need to hear
I'll
why.
tell you why. This team
Yeah.
does not have a second player that can Make a defense bend inwards. There's not a second player. 22, we had Jordan Poole. You can say what you want about Jordan
Mm,
Poole. He
22, we had Jordan
what?
Poole.
Hey,
Hey,
bro,
yo,
let that
Herb,
nigga
Okay,
talk,
Herb.
man.
Hey,
okay,
Real
Icon.
quick.
Hey, hold up,
okay.
Can
Sonny.
y'all
Before
just
you
let
get your
Sonny
point
finish
off,
his point, man?
nah, Sonny. Before you get that point
No,
off,
no.
right?
I'm
Go ahead. Go
Before you
listening.
ahead.
get that point off, I said before the season started, this team reminds me of the 2014 Spurs. Nobody had the Spurs going back to the final after losing in Game 7 to the Heat.
Wait,
Nobody
what?
had Tim Duncan. Just listen, man. The 2014 Spurs was a balanced team. And in the playoffs, it went to a different level. Tony Parker wasn't playing like an MVP. Tim Duncan wasn't playing like an MVP. And Kawhi Leonard was there. He was a young dude playing defense, right? And he wasn't even the main focal point on offense in that playoffs. But from a balance standpoint, it was a well balanced team. Everybody is looking at box score, right? And want another player who's averaging 25. So you're going to go out there, trade the farm, get a Zach LaVine. He's not going to defend. He's not going to screen. He's not doing no down screens. He's going to be cute and be light skinned. And you're getting walked down in 1 round, 2 rounds. I'm telling you, this team is very balanced. Just let's not overreact just because they just lost. Like these are professional sport athletes. Their girls are watching the game. Their moms are watching the game. Their dads are watching the game. If y'all think the Warriors about to go out there and blitz everybody, y'all delusional.
Brother. All right. Your point. I'm gonna push back on one of your points about this being a well balanced team. Uh, we don't have a second point guard. You can't name me a single person on this roster that can back up Steph at the point guard position, run an offense. We're taking Draymond out. Draymond's part of the starters. Kyle Anderson.
Sonny, so you're out on pods
Brother,
completely
I am
after
out on
the Houston
pods.
game?
I am out, and I don't blame pods, bro. He's a fucking 23-year-old. They were talking him up like he's a fucking guaranteed future All Star, bro. I think Pods is a great
Mm.
connecting player. I've said it. He's a coach's dream to coach. I tweeted that a few days ago. He's the perfect coach's player that coaches love, and I get why Steve Kerr has that kind of leash on him up until recently, where he don't got a fucking choice because everybody in the world can see how poorly Pods is playing. Pods cannot, bro. If you're standing in the corner letting Buddy Hield run point, that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. There's not a second guy
Yeah.
on this team that can back up Steph's point guard minutes. Every
Hmm.
single team you can go down the line, bro. You cannot count on this strength in
Hey,
number.
Sonny, you know what's funny?
At some point, we gotta
When
mention like
when Jordan Poole was on the team,
that's
Jordan Poole was a definitive backup point guard, and a lot of fans wanted him
Oh,
traded. So it's funny. Like now we over here saying like, okay, they need a and Melton would have been that guy you could have staggered with the second unit. So given how that looked and the vision you had, that has changed. And my mind tells me the Warriors will try and acquire something to replace that. But I still think y'all overreacting about nothing, man.
well, like the main buzz around that is like they might use Melton's contract as sort of like a handshake agreement, if you per se,
Yeah,
quote unquote, to
yeah.
like get him back, like maybe next year on like a more friendly type of deal. So like a prove it deal, as people like to call it, and maybe get somebody out in the open market, maybe like a disgruntled player or a player in a completely hopeless situation out there. Maybe get them on here. That's probably the only thing they can do. Like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, looking at their cap, like that second option shit, that ship sailed a long time ago, bro. Should have
Mm.
pounced when you had it, but you didn't.
When could they have pounced?
Probably before some of these players signed their big ass extensions, but pause. But like, that's too late now because like you can't take on those contracts now because they're essentially like almost poison pill contracts, as we like to call them.
um, Here's my thing.
Part of the reason also why you can't trade Moody yet either, because his contract is essentially a poison pill contract. So whoever wants to take his contract on the other end has to be like the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
JK didn't play tonight. Pods didn't play well. We'll be okay. It's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
JK would have been useful
Switch
tonight.
culture.
yeah,
Oh
JK
my.
would have been useful.
Yep.
I also think I'm a big Moody guy, man. I think Moody's a great player. I think he's a good role player, but I don't see how they don't move him by the deadline. He's been struggling on both. It's not even the offense. I'm not worried about his shooting. I'm not worried about his percentages. I mean, watching him on defense, man, the times he's getting lost on defense for being such a smart player, I don't get it.
Well, Sonny, like I just told you before, that like the other team has to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet to take that contract because he just signed an extension a
Yeah,
couple
they're
months ago.
it's backloaded or some shit.
No, it's we call this a poison pill contract because what happens is his extension is going to kick in next year. So by the time you trade all the salaries to make the salaries match, like
Oh
suddenly
yeah,
those salaries gonna the salary is gonna jump up all of a sudden because like the extension is gonna kick in on whatever new team he's going to. That's why we call it a poison pill contract.
When Pods was playing, like I would say like the first 10 games or something, he was giving you like 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was playing really well like the first 9, 10 games, right? Now, after that, I'm not sure what happened after that, but after that point, he's really fallen off. I'm not sure. You know what, too? Like I'm looking at the minutes as well. Like his minutes are down, but he's just not playing well all the way around. You know what I'm
Are you
saying?
talking
So
Rudy or Pods right now? Sorry to
I'm talking
interrupt.
about Pods, right? So Pods, his
His
minutes were
confidence
way
is
up, bro.
just
So
shot, man.
so I
He
don't
has
know
like
what it
no
is.
confidence.
So here's what it is. He was around say 18 minutes a game. I would say like the last 6 games, right? Before that, his minutes were, let me see here. His minutes were like he was getting 28 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? So he's not playing well, and like it's like a compounding effect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why, what happened after that, like, but his minutes just fell. Like 1 minute he was at like 30 something minutes a game. But I guess Steph wasn't there, right? So his minutes were up. So after Steph got back, 13 minutes, 26 minutes, 15 minutes, and then it just fell. It just kind of cratered. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I also think this rotation is way too long anyway. 12 doesn't work. I don't care what anybody says. You got to have like maximum, 10. You know what I'm saying? Like a solid 10-man rotation. Because like it's not even.
This is how Kerr does it though. Like you notice
No,
how
no,
he
no,
does
no,
all
no,
these like
no, 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 no. At some
no, hold
point,
on,
like,
hold on.
no, no, no. Hold on,
He's
hold
the
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. At some point, I don't want to hear that's how Kerr does it. Like, there's a reason why you don't play the shit. And I'm just watching it, and it's almost like it's a battle to see how many dudes I can play and to prove that, hey, by the way, this shit can work. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like, as opposed to getting like a solid rotation. But at some point throughout the season, it's gonna fail. It's not gonna work, and he'll just go back to the regular shit. So I'm really not that concerned about that. But it almost feels like he's trying to prove to everybody, prove to the world
it's
that,
essentially trial by combat
yeah,
in
it's
theory.
no, but even that's dumb, right? So it's almost like he's trying to prove that, you know what, I have all these guys, they're deep, and he'll tell you up and down how deep this team is. Matter of fact, he said it last year as well. And then at some point, it just kind of fell off, right? And he just couldn't play those guys anymore. And then we just got to the regular rotations, right? So it's like I've been watching them like the last 4 games, and the end of that third, beginning of the fourth quarter, I've literally just watched them punt the game, right? And a couple of those games, they somehow like they somehow won those games, and it was like Steph brilliant. Steph just didn't have it tonight, bro. It's a back to back, and once I saw them lose that lead, I was like, legs tired. The game is done. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, we got to figure out the end of that third, beginning of the fourth, what the hell you can do, because I don't see how you can run these lineups and these rotations before, and then all of a sudden it just falls off of a cliff. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, Irk.
Well, this
yeah.
is a
Hey,
game
Irk.
that
Did you see
supposedly your
in
bench
that
was
third
supposed
quarter
to
Hold on, Rose,
finish the
Rose,
Mike
game.
got off
Rose, Rose,
the bench?
Rose.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear
Yeah, yeah.
Lee there. Go ahead, Lee.
Go ahead,
No
Lee.
worries, man. So that third quarter, I saw the team. They were playing like really hard, and then suddenly they just hit the wall. And I felt like they were trying to, end the game there, and they knew basically after that effort there wasn't going to be anything left in that fourth. They just ran out of gas. It was
So
to
so
me, it's
so
like understand what Sonny is saying. Like there are particular issues with this team, but I don't think they're glaring enough where it's going to deviate from the championship season. We've seen too much greatness. So
leader.
yeah, I'm here. Okay,
Oh, so that was three. So I want people to understand this. This is gonna just happen,
three
sometime.
games in 4 nights.
That's three
Three
games in
games in
4 nights. You know what I'm saying? 3 games in 4 nights. So it happens, bro. Like, and but the shitty part about it, this is one of these nights where they just ran out of gas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because
you
I didn't see any issues when they were playing on, like when they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. They
Lee,
were destroying. There
if you
weren't
look at the
any
box
like
score, right? Like, if you look at the box score don't make no sense, bro. So
right.
they
They were
had,
they were essentially playing like tonight they were the rabbit, but the Spurs were the turtle. They
bro,
just couldn't get past the
they had
finish line.
29. They had 29 assists, 36 makes, right? Like, they had more shots than the Spurs did. They had 95 shots. The Spurs had 85. They only had 10 turnovers tonight, right? They beat the Spurs by one on the glass overall. They had 17 offensive rebounds. Okay? So, like, that was just a complete collapse. And you can say tired, whatever, right? But the end of the third is really where they lost that game, because then the Spurs
Yes.
got confidence, and then they started that fourth, and I don't know what happened in the middle of, like, say, from minute 12 to minute 8. You know what I'm saying? Because
Or,
that's pretty
or,
much where they lost the game.
Well,
you know what
I'll
happened?
tell you how. I'll tell you how. So it was essentially the whole lineup. It kind of started when it was a missed shot, and I think Trace got like blocked or fouled or whatever at the rim, and then Wemby also blocked the shot, and that ended up being a and that led to a slow mo taking the transition take foul. So that's really when it started to go downhill, like really, really fast. Although I did say it started at the third quarter. By the way, I still believe that it actually started at the third quarter when shit really hit the fan. It all started with Loon's moving screen.
My whole thing, again, I view the game different, right? I'm watching the timeline. The Warriors are up 12 going into the half, if I remember correctly. Steph Curry don't have a large amount of points. I'm not hearing nobody bash him. Nobody saying he's playing timid. He's not being aggressive, or it's
Oh,
a
people are
hard
saying
close.
that.
No, no, no. Maybe on your TL, but on my TL, everybody was jovial and everybody was so happy. Now the Warriors lose, they need a second option. They need a second option. I'm just like, are you really fans? Because 2014 and 15, there weren't three people on the team averaging 30 points. 2015-16, there wasn't two people averaging 30 points. It was one player and another averaging 20. Like Draymond was averaging more points than Harrison Barnes, and Harrison Barnes actually looked to score more. Like Harrison
Man,
Barnes
listen.
had the best game of the season
Listen, like I
tonight.
knew Draymond, he just didn't have it tonight because there was a really he just committed some of the weirdest like fouls in a long, long time. Like there was one where he had just like a terrible closeout on Harrison Barnes, and he
But
got the
it,
four
this
point
is
play.
this
That's when I
always
knew, like,
this
okay,
always
Draymond just
Rose. This
doesn't have
always
it tonight.
happens because him and Harrison Barnes are now no longer friends. Harrison Barnes always plays his best. Go to the Sacramento series. Outside of the three that Harrison missed in the playoff series, he played pretty well. And that year, he had a decent year. He always played good
Well, like
against the
personal
Warriors.
vendettas aside or whatever, like even some of the plays after that, like he just didn't have it. Like, and they didn't even involve Harrison Barnes. Like there were just ones where it was just
Yeah,
committing
and
fouls.
that's
Like he was just doing pointless reach. He was just reaching in, like just pointlessly. There was like no advantage being dealt there, and he just gave up essentially a wide open layup. Like those are the type of stuff that he tells me that, yeah, you probably just don't have it tonight, and your legs aren't there tonight.
Ricky G, what's going on?
We can't knee jerk and evaluate a team on a third game in 4 nights. Now, everything you might be saying in your evaluation might be true, but this is not the time to do that. You can't make an evaluation. This is a scheduled loss. It was 33-13 fourth quarter. They had no legs. Every shot was front rim, side rim. They were shot. Curry had nothing tonight. Green didn't have nothing. There was nothing you could do. Now, the second unit let you down. Now, back to Urkel, what you're talking about, the 12-man, 10-man rotation, that stuff's all playing itself out. The reason why Kerr started that, because nobody set their foot forward to demand minutes. Well,
Exactly.
now people are stepping
Yeah.
backwards. See, people are going to get minutes because others are going backwards, not forward.
Mm.
Somebody's got to step forward. Now Kerr's let it play itself out because Kerr couldn't really go look at player B or player C and say, "You're not getting in the rotation,"
I'm
because
not
player B didn't deserve it over
so
player C.
I'm not really concerned about it because I'm on the same page with you in on that regard. Because it will this is like an extended preseason as far as I'm concerned, because you're right. Nobody really separated themselves throughout the preseason, right? So, like this is like the last couple of games where I'm watching the bench just lose a lead, and before that Pods was giving us amazing production, and he kind of, like there's like a confidence thing there because he's you can tell that he's pressing. Moody is pressing. All of these guys are pressing. You know what I'm saying? So there's some defensive stuff there. Buddy, he had what, 11, 4 assists tonight, 9 shots. Like, he's gonna give you around that production. But it's the other guys when you talk about like like Pods. Pods was a 0-3 tonight. He was playing
Well,
amazing.
he don't have no confidence
Yeah, there's
on
zero
offense,
confidence there. Zero. So
but I want to go back to what people are talking about, a second option, get this player, that
yeah.
player. First of all, we got to be very careful of that. A second player scorer, is he going to take shots away from Steph? Is he going to be a shot hunter? Can he play in movement? Can he play in a
Yep.
system? Can he
Yep.
guard? Just grabbing a player like a Levine or a big name like that, that doesn't solve your problems. They don't fit. You got to find a player that fits. Now, what the Warriors do need, in my opinion, is a second ball handler creator. They need somebody who can bust somebody's ass off the dribble.
That's why I
That's what they
mentioned.
need.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah,
coach.
Yeah.
That's
that's what we've been
I'm
saying,
also
So
bro.
starting to lean
coach,
towards that as
coach,
well.
so
coach.
so if you
That's
speak
why I
in those
mentioned
terms,
Kobe
right?
White.
Hold up.
That's why I mentioned Kobe White.
If you speak in those terms, right? And you're saying a player that can get 1 foot in the paint, beat somebody off the dribble. I completely agree with that, right? Because that's say what you want about Jordan, right? But Jordan did provide that to a great level.
You have to make a
You know what I'm
defense
saying?
bend backwards, like Sonny said.
100%.
But
So
that's
he
the
got you on
thing
your
because
heels. You know what I'm saying? So I
Well,
agree
no,
with that.
you need a guy that can get 2 feet in the
Yeah.
paint. Potts gets 2 feet in the paint, but he gets stuck.
Yeah.
but see,
Now,
coach,
if I told you that I could give you a guy that can give you 20 points a game, he's 6'7", and he guards the other team's dudes, you're trading for that guy. You got your guy there, Wiggins. What the Warriors need is that third guy now that fills that role. And I'm not saying Wiggins is a two, but Wiggins, here's what Wiggins does. He gives you, let's say for argument's sake, to be safe, he gives you 17 a game. He never shot hunts. He plays in the flow. He never steals shots from Steph, and he plays in the offense with Steph. You go get a Levine or some other dude. It's a number two. He's going to take shots from Steph. He's going to shot hunt,
Yeah, he's gonna
and
be
he's going to
clapping his
play
hands too,
similar.
coach. He's gonna be clapping his
He's going to
hands.
He's going to play similar to a Buddy Hield with big minutes. See, Buddy Hield can't play long minutes. Kirk can only put him out there in short minutes, and then when he starts a ball pound, you got to grab him. So see, so I think we're really overreacting. I'm not saying this roster is a championship roster, but I sure don't want to make no decisions based on a game 3 and 4 nights. That's
hey, hey,
crazy.
hey, Ricky, do you think Kaminga could do that for us?
Kaminga's Kaminga, Moody, and Paz, all three can give you something, but they all three got a major hole,
They can't
and
they
that's
can't ball
If
handling.
only you can like combine all three of them together into like one dude, like hypothetically.
Hey,
see
hey,
Moody won't pass and gets lost on defense. Kaminga won't do the small things, and it's hard to play with Steph because he holds the ball. Podge fills up a box score, but right now Pod's confidence is shut. I'm not
This
sure Podge
this
could score 10 points
this
in an
is
empty
this
gym.
is the reason why I mentioned Kobe White. He's a 6'5" guard. Excuse me. He can dribble past, shoot, right? And he can give you some type of defense. He's not going to give you Wiggins type defense, but for 6'5", for being able to be a secondary playmaker, he can dribble, he can create, he can get buckets. I mean,
Brother,
I'm
that's a
just
pipe.
throwing.
That's a pipe dream, brother. Go look at
No,
his contract.
I'm. He's only making
Did
12
he?
mil. What you mean? Look at his
What?
Exactly.
contract.
Nobody's. He got one of the best contracts in the league. They're
Yeah,
not giving
but
that up.
hey, look, man, never say never, man. You never know what can happen.
Bruh, if we get
People are
Kobe
saying
White, that's a
Zach
dream.
Levine. People are saying Zach Levine. Y'all want these people who so more concerned about their manicure. They not setting no down screens to get you going.
No,
Like
They not
hold
doing
on.
you
that.
guys gotta look at the contracts that are like
Uh,
between the 12 to like 14,
hold,
15 million. Like those are the type
hold
of
on.
contracts you guys need to look out for.
Hey, real
Let's hold
quick,
up for a minute.
real
People that want a second option that with a big name, they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
brother.
They're doing it because they think that's going to help Steph get more space and Steph can go get his numbers. They're not doing it for the Warriors to be a better
Coach,
team.
look at Damian Lillard and
Because,
Giannis.
Ricky,
well,
Ricky,
but that's what I'm trying to say.
Coach
You,
Ricky G.
yes, sir.
Real quick. So I don't know if I'm the one who brought up the second option thing. I think people are misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not talking about a second guy that needs to get 25 a game. I'm talking about a secondary ball handler that can put pressure on the defense. So guys like a Kobe White, but that's a pipe dream. Bulls are not trading away that contract, not for anything.
Hey, American Dream.
Guys
Well,
Hey,
see,
like guys like
Icon, I
guys
agree.
like
No, Icon, I agree with you.
guys
We
like
need
Dennis Schroeder. I know people
no.
can
Now
hate.
that's the guy. Now
No,
that's
no, no,
the
no, no, no,
guy.
no. He too tiny, bro. The last thing you need is a tiny guard next to Steph. Like,
Brother,
where have
how
we
Well,
big was
heard
that
that
how
that
big was
before?
Jordan Poole?
yeah, that's
Jordan
true
Poole.
too. Well, I told you guys years ago getting rid of Poole was a mistake, but we're not going there
yeah,
because the Poole is exactly what you
let's not
need.
go there, Coach.
You got to go get
We
guys
we
like
already passed that bridge, so
you got
it's
to
too
try to
late
go
to
get
go back
guys like
now.
Jacob Pertl. You need
But
second.
but but but
Oh,
we got to stop.
no.
The Warriors are 12-4 with a fairly favorable schedule. We can't overreact. The
Favor.
bench.
Really?
Here's what's really happening in my eyes. The bench is starting to flatten out because they're role players for a reason. Role players are not long term consistency. They pick spots, and now they're starting to show.
Hey, Ricky G, I don't think Pajemski returns to last year's form. I think last year's team was different. I think Clay was pressing. He wanted to prove a lot wrong,
Well,
and Pods didn't have to do anything more than hustle
well,
and not overstep. I,
here's what Pods gives you. Let's okay. We've all talked about what Pods don't give you. Let's talk about what he does give you. What Pods gives you is this right now for your roster. Let's deal with who we got. He gives you a second ball handler. He can bend the defense at times. He's going to rebound. He's not gonna shot hunt too much. He'll take some bad shots, but he will fill up a box score with some points, some rebounds, and some assists. And he will take charges. And he plays good team defense. He's not good individually with speed, but he's good with team. That's what he gives you. What he don't give you right now is he has no confidence right now offensively. I mean, he passed up a couple shots tonight. He's just like, wait a minute, you can't do this.
yeah,
But Ricky,
go ahead, L.
has Paz even taken charge this year?
I'm sorry.
Has Paz even taken any charges this year? I
I
know
think
I
he's
people
vote.
think
taken
I
he
like
think he
would.
two,
has.
but that
I
was
think
in
he
like the very
lost.
beginning of the season or
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Steph
you
I
was
know,
think
out.
he lost
yeah,
him though. I think he lost him though.
but here's what Kerr likes about Pods is that he's 6'4" and he will board, so Kerr can play small. So he does board, but he's not playing good right now. But you gotta he's just in his he set himself up. He talks like
He's in
tonight.
his head.
He showed up Jackson tonight when Jackson missed the ball. He can't do that. Pods create Pods sometimes creates his own problems.
And again,
Hmm.
And
I think
Moody won't pass the basketball unless your fucking car's gonna run over him.
I think Pods is a tremendous player. He showed that his freshman year, but I just feel like unless he's starting Ricky, he's not returning to that
Well,
form.
now wait a minute. You just brought up a good point. If I'm Steve Kerr right now, you know what I do next game? I let Pods play with the dudes and hope that gives him confidence.
Mm,
Yep, I knew you were gonna say that.
okay,
Yep.
And then if he don't, okay, this white boy can't do it. Get him out of here.
but see, but hey, Ricky,
motherfucker.
Well,
Nah,
hey,
I
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
can't
everybody
believe
in
it
that
hey,
group
took
of
you
rumors.
hey,
guys
So
hey,
this
hey,
long.
you're
hey,
not
but
exactly
I
Ricky,
can't believe
wrong.
it took you guys this
Ricky,
long to get
though,
to.
if I hope Podge figured it out right, but at the same time, if that happens, this whole light years thing and thinking you're smarter than everybody, they whiffed again because you can't use words and catchphrases like
Well,
untouchable. The
but what
Warriors
do you?
don't want
But wait a
Paul
minute. Hold on.
George because Podge
Danny
is
Ainge trolled. Wait a
untouchable.
minute. Hold on a second. Danny Ainge trolled you guys. They were not doing that fucking trade. Potts had nothing to do with any of those trades not getting done.
What
Danny
about the
Ainge
Paul
just trolled
George?
it.
What about the Paul George one?
No,
Thank God we
well,
didn't trade for Paul
yeah, you
George.
dodged a bullet there. But
We
on the
dodged the
Lori, on that
fucking
Lori
bullet there,
trade,
Bruce. Come on
No,
now.
we did,
Danny
we did, we did.
Danny Ainge was trolling the fan base. It may okay. The front office said well, Potts might be an all star. That was a reach. I get it. That was wrong. But
And you have to
we got
say
to be a
these
little more
things. You do
sensible.
have to say these things to coach your guys up. I understand the political standpoint, and even if you're overselling,
But
like,
but Potts but Potts started talking too. I got tweets last year
yeah,
telling
he's
Potts
Jack
stop talking
Harlow.
so much.
He's Jack Harlow.
And then when that media girl got him on his Draymond Green shit, and he thought he was gonna be the next Draymond Green. Well, fuck that. You ain't no next Draymond
Hey,
Green.
coach.
Brother,
Hey,
this
coach.
is what
Hey, I'm
happens
not
when
gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I heard through the grapevine the reason why Klay Thompson left because he said y'all gonna bench me for this dude. I could be
Well,
wrong though.
Hey Bruce,
Clay Thompson
Bruce,
got to handle his business.
Oh, my bad, Eric.
Bruce. The Lakers just went down too. Just saying.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say that, Eric. I was
Yeah.
about to give you an
But Ert,
Yeah.
before I got to get back to work, because I'm dropping some hoodies, Ert.
uh-oh.
I'm dropping some
He
deuce.
dropping some
But
hoodies.
anyways,
Oh, what you gonna say?
Hey Ricky. Hey,
what?
just let me know when you're plugging, man. I'll
I'm dropping some. But let's get back to something. I heard you when I first came on here. I heard about you. You can't beat this team in the West. Can't beat that team in the West. If we're really being honest, there's no dominant team in the NBA right now in the West that you
Ricky,
absolutely
Ricky, Ricky, Ricky,
scared of.
Ricky,
Let me
Ricky,
finish. Let me finish. There's no dominant team in the West right now that you have to be totally scared of.
brother, that's not what I said. I didn't say we can't beat these teams in the West. We can beat any team in the West. I 100% believe that. I don't think we can do it 4 consecutive times.
That means you don't really believe
Okay.
in Steph, though, dog.
Not
Okay. Wait a
about,
minute.
not
Hold on a
about, hold
second.
on.
Hold on a second.
It's not about
Let me ask
believing
you a
in.
question,
Yeah,
Urkel. Let me ask you a question.
yeah.
You win. I give you the Warriors. You win the West. Now I'm gonna give you a choice of two teams to play in the finals. Do you want